Good evening. Welcome to the Super Saturday Debate. I'm Pallavi Ghosh. We're going to talk about Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat in Manipur. Well, finally he reached Manipur. According to the Congress party, the criticism started coming in that finally why now and why not earlier. But the Prime Minister did not indulge in any politics. The Prime Minister did not take any barbs at any politician or any political party. His focus was the people of Manipur. And that is where he made his Mann Ki Baat. He spoke about development. He spoke about the fact that Northeast, including Manipur, of course, is going to be the focus of his country and about his governance. But more than that, he reached out to the women who are the power centers of Manipur, many of whom suffered during that ethnic clash. He reached out to them, spoke to them, and also assured them that their future was safe. He announced several development projects and funds. The Prime Minister's first stop was in Churachandpur, which was the epicenter of that ethnic violence, where there are a large number of displaced Manipuris who, however, have begun to go back home. He inaugurated an infrastructure projects worth over 7,300 crores, designed to stimulate economic growth and aid recovery after months of ethnic violence. He then went on to Imphal, where he inaugurated several development projects going up to 1,200 crore rupees. During the visit, he met with the displaced families, assuring them that the centre remains committed to stand firmly with the people of Manipur. While he was speaking at a rally in Imphal, the Prime Minister described the violence in the state as unfortunate. He also underscored the importance of peace and development. The PM reiterated his government's commitment to the Northeast, positioning the region as central to India's 21st century growth. However, how can politics be far behind? One barb after another, with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra leading by saying he should have gone there earlier, the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge dismissing it off as mere tokenism. They mocked the government's push for development in the region as well. That's the big story we are going to be tracking this evening.
मणिपुर में किसी भी तरह की हिंसा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। जिन्होंने हिंसा की आंच सही है, वो जल्द से जल्द सामान्य जीवन की तरफ लौटे, ये हमारी बहुत बड़ी प्राथमिकता है।
Okay, we are going to throw open the floor to a discussion on the Prime Minister's Manipur visit. Joining me this evening, Shehzad Poonawala, National Spokesperson of the BJP, right over here with me in the studio. And of course, Sujata Paul, Spokesperson of the Congress Party. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm actually going to let the Congress spokesperson speak first. Sujata, you're now clearly impressed with the Prime Minister's visit to Manipur?
Too little, too late, and insensitivity at the fore. We've seen what has happened in Manipur, and after 28 months, when the Prime Minister goes to Manipur and spends only about 5 hours from landing to take off, it shows clearly that he does not care. And what the people over there needed were various things, and those were not just a healing touch, but the real healing touch, which would bring all the communities which are sparring with each other together. But having said that, it is not for me to only be talking about it, because there was a group which gave a memorandum regarding 34 families who are looking for people of members of their family who have disappeared. There are internally displaced people who are asking what is being done for them. Is 1,200 crores enough? Where there are two communities which cannot see eye to eye, which cannot live together at this point of time, has any relief been provided to them? No. People have waited patiently. They have waited for far too long. And the Prime Minister, who loves to travel around the world, just spends 5 hours over there. And clearly, he expected people to be celebrating that he was there. And that is what the comments are from various BJP leaders. But tell me, why is this video where this little girl is crying? Why, when he is meeting these women, why don't we hear what they have requested him? Is this really Vikas? This is not Vikas, this is Vinash. When people over there want the Prime Minister to not just lend a healing touch, but place his blessings on them so that people could come together. And clearly, he does not care. It is about peace, security and survival of the people of Manipur today. It is no longer only about things coming to this state where things are better from before. You never know what will happen from here on.
But
so the Prime Minister needs to explain why is it that after 258 people dead and 60,000 people displaced, why is it that he could not spend more time over there and listen to what the people had to say and bring them some kind of solace? And this is not solace.
Okay, Sujata, I'm let you speak, but I just want to ask you, 5 hours you're saying is all that the Prime Minister spent there. Let me tell you, I was in Parliament and I remember when the Work of Amendment Bill was cleared, there was a discussion on Manipur. Most, in fact, all your leaders, led by the LOP Rahul Gandhi, did not even spend 5 minutes. They did not even want to take part in a debate and discussion. वो तो monsoon session की बात थी. In this session also, I noticed, that was the earlier to the monsoon session. This session also I noticed, when there was a Manipur bill which was coming up because they were extending it, again, the entire opposition was empty. That's how the no, Sujata. No. Now I've let you speak on this. I'm going to give the floor.
But you raised a question. You should allow me to.
So briefly, if you can.
Absolutely.
Apart from issuing a denial, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You know very well that Manipur has given 2 parliamentarians and none of them are from the BJP. Why? Because this clearly means that they are not being heard.
You're still not answering my question, Sujata. Why couldn't Rahul Gandhi sit inside the Lok Sabha when Manipur was being discussed? He did not even spend 5 minutes. आप 5 घंटे की बात कर रहे हो.
Why would the parliamentarians from Manipur not want to listen to the Prime Minister? There is a reason for that. Yes, because he has gone now. Why didn't he go earlier?
I'm talking about Rahul Gandhi. You're not on the okay, now, Sujata.
The parliamentarians belong to him only. His
party. What is this logic? Then Rahul Gandhi should not even have gone to Manipur. Let these parliamentarians go. Now, Sujata, to be fair, I think Shehzad needs to rebut all this. Yes, Shehzad, go ahead.
I have heard Sujata speak for 4
so no
minutes non-stop,
okay,
and I hope she will extend the same courtesy.
Shehzad, chalo. I have requested her, so I don't think she will.
First, she says this is too little, too late. Today, Rahul Gandhi was asked that what do you think about Prime Minister visiting Manipur? He said it's not an issue. The real issue is vote chori. This is the seriousness of this man, who did not sit even for the no confidence motion 2023 Manipur debate. In fact, in his own speech, he spoke for Manipur only for 1 or 2 minutes. And then in 2025, like you rightly said, when there was an emergency precedent rule extension there that was being discussed, he ran off because he obviously had to catch a flight to some Malaysia or something, perhaps one of the reasons. That's why he did not sit for the debate. By the way, those who are cribbing about funds and relief funds voted against Manipur being given 500 crores in the budget, by the way. Nirmala Sitharaman ji got up and said that. Now, having said that, let me tell you what the Congress party did for Mizoram and for Manipur and for other northeastern states. They bombed Mizoram in 1966. They said bye-bye to Assam in 1962. In Manipur, 1990s, under the Congress watch, 2,000 people were killed. On an average, 1,000, you had on an average 1 lakh people displaced. 2004 to 14, let me tell you what exactly happened. 628 incidents, 330 deaths. 665 incidents, 316 deaths. 612 incidents, 286 deaths. 581 incidents in 2007, 270 deaths. 2008, 567 incidents, 248 deaths. All goes on till the time 2014, 110 incidents, 90 people dead. How many visits by the Prime Minister? 0. How many visits by the Home Minister? 0. How many debates in Parliament? 0. How many times Rahul Gandhi stood up and intervened? 0. Now the entire civilian death and the security personnel death and the incidents have come down by over 80% in the entire Northeast. By the way, let me also tell you what Congress did for the entire Northeast. No railway line in Mizoram, no railway line in Arunachal, no railway line and station in Nagaland, no broad gauge line in Manipur, no freight train in Manipur, no railway station in Agartala, no bombs, boycott and blockade. There was a time when petrol costed 300 rupees in Manipur. You remember in 2011. Today it has become from BBB to CCC, culture, connectivity and calm. And therefore, let me tell you what exactly has the government done in the last 10-11 years. They gave 2,000 kilometers of railway in entire northeast. Pallavi, 2,000 kilometers, that's it. Now we have built 2,500 kilometers just in the last 10 years. They gave only 30% connectivity to roads in northeast. Today 15,000 kilometers have been added to that and 90% connectivity is there in places like Mizoram. They gave only 1% GDP contribution towards of the entire northeast. Today that has doubled and tripled. Today they have signed no peace accords. In fact, they bombed Mizoram in 1966. Today 12 peace accords have been signed. The Bodo Accord, Bururiang Accord, Karbi Anglong, Tripura Accord, Naga Accord, Ulfa Accord. Which accords did they sign? None of them. Internet broadband connectivity in all the capitals, 5G connectivity, 100% electrification, 10 lakh SSGs, 5 crore women have got mudra loans, 4,000 startups. These are the things that have taken place. First railway line after independence has got launched in Mizoram. And when she says that today we have 2 MPs from Manipur, by the way, Sujata, for you, just for your information, Assam, you don't have a government for 9 years. Manipur, you don't have a government for 7 years. Mizoram, you don't have a government for 36 years. Nagaland, you don't have a government for 60 years. Sikkim, you don't have a government for 46 years. Tripura, you don't have a government for 37 years. Tripura, Assam, we have our own government. Manipur, we have our own government. Meghalaya is an NDA government in Nagaland also. And in Mizoram and in Sikkim, there is a non-Congress government there also. So, by the way, this is the reality check for you. But finally, I just want to ask you one thing before we go ahead, before this debate. Don't feel bad, madam. Can you please name the 8 states and their capitals of Northeast?
Listen, I'm not sitting here to answer it.
You don't know them or you can't answer them?
No, this is enough. You know, Pallavi, are you conducting this
Sujata, please, I've stopped him, right? So now you want to respond to him, please go ahead. Yeah.
Because I am not going to waste time, and he's done this with me on an earlier debate, and he
You still didn't learn it.
Okay, Sujata.
You still don't know it.
Arey, Shehzad, please. No, Shehzad, please.
Sujata. Let's come to this because he's a liar, jumping shit. So the real issue here...
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Is this the language they teach you in Congress?
Okay, Shehzad, 1 minute.
I'm not going to answer on the history part, but definitely, yes, because that is not the point of debate today, right? But of course, that is acceptable because he's a BJP spokesperson. However, the PM ran away in how much time? 5 hours. Going there after 28 months, 500 crore is what the budget was for Manipur at that time. Was it acceptable to you? People's deaths are so clinical for them that they rattle off data about who died and how many deaths have reduced in the present time. So you are justifying that if people were being killed earlier, then people being killed now is less. But no, this is a situation of your own making, the making of the Biren Singh's government. Why did Biren Singh go after a point of time? Because he failed in governance, and that is a fact. I don't think you will really understand that in the Northeast, the roads which are being developed, and I spent a long time there during elections and before that, and the roads are in the main areas. They are never there out in the other areas, in the rural areas, in the smaller towns. It is not there. If you talk about the Northeast, then the donor funds are always kept aside for the Northeast, and they get money from there for their development projects, especially from the donor funds. Do you know anything about about the donor funds? Do you know what it is? Don't check and tell me what it is. So today, the Prime Minister has failed Manipur. He has failed us because he is the Prime Minister. He is our Prime Minister as well. Don't check.
Okay.
Tell me the answer.
Now, can I please have the opportunity to respond? Thank you.
अब जा रहे हैं ठीक है बट मेन मुद्दा तो देश में
Answer to batao. I asked you something.
See, Supriya, sorry, you're not Supriya. Sorry, Sujata. You know, they all speak in the same manner, so you're confused whether it's Supriya, Sujata, or Ragini. Anyway, it's Sujata.
Sujata ji, 1 minute.
Tell me the full form of DONER.
Yeah. I will. Don't need your lectures. First, you learn the states and the state capitals. Then you come.
I thought the debate was on the Prime Minister's visit to Manipur.
But now it's my chance to respond.
Okay,
I heard her out.
Please.
I heard her out. I will respond. I will respond to you. I'll respond to you the moment you first answer the state capital.
Sujata, you don't. No, wait. Okay, peace. Sujata will not answer your question on the capital.
I will not answer
and you don't have to answer her question. So now both of you are not going to discuss this. Can we keep the focus on the Prime Minister's visit to Manipur?
And can she stop interrupting me is the bigger question.
Okay, I want to ask you this question, Shehzad, because everyone is asking this very question, that why did it take him 2.5 years to go there? Can you please answer why?
First of all, to say that it took him 2.5 years to go there, it is a complete falsehood. Manmohan Singh in 10 years went thrice to Manipur. Prime Minister has gone for the 8th time to Manipur. Prime Minister has gone 70 plus times to Northeast. Manmohan Singh, who was actually elected from Assam, went about 10 times to Northeast. So this is not something new for us. We have been going, our ministers and our Prime Minister has time and again visited Manipur. Yes, when the situation arises, at that time when I have counted the thousands of incidents, not even the MOS home visited properly, and at our time the Home Minister camped there. The entire situation was brought to a normalcy. Prime Minister is the most important position. He has to go at a time so that no community feels that one side is being preferred over the other side. Now I want to ask Ms. Sujata Paul. Sujata Paul ji, if this important issue is an important issue for you, you have read and come, but why is Rahul Gandhi saying that vote chori is the most important? Did he not have the talking points which were given to you? Or is he saying that he is not interested? Why didn't he wait for the president debate at the time that was done after Waqf? Thirdly, please, I have not interrupted you. Madam, I have not interrupted you. Donor funds have been increased.
Sujata ji, 1 minute. Let him finish his answer. I'm coming to you. There are only 2 of you in this debate today. So what's the point? Carry on. So, quickly.
चलिए, Sujata ji, आपको तो बड़ी चिंता थी ना नॉर्थ ईस्ट की. I have told you the 12 accords we have signed. 9,500 militants surrendered and came to the mainstream. You tell me 5 accords you've signed. Acha, chalo, chodo. I'll give you an easier task that you can tell me. I'll tell you how we work for the people of Northeast. Our Northeast, Kiran Rijiju, Sonowal, Rehan Gohen, Ramesh Teli, Pratima Bhaumik, Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Pabitra Magitrita. These are our ministers from the Northeast. You name 5 ministers you had from the Northeast. Name 5. Sujata, आपने तो काम किया है ना. आप 5 minister का नाम बताओ.
Okay, Shaiza, now Sujata ji, carry on.
You know, again, as far as the BJP spokesperson is concerned, he clearly does not understand what the Northeast is about, because the ministry of donor is development of Northeast region. So there is an entire ministry. It is not you or your government who has, established this government. So clearly, when you have a ministry for the development of Northeast region, it has existed from earlier for specifically the development of the Northeast. Did you know about it? You did
Yes,
not.
of course.
But so you didn't answer. Now don't say yes.
Wait, I'll show you something better. You carry on.
Let me complete. I think you have forgotten about the Assam Accord, which was signed in 1985.
Yeah, we know what happened after that.
The Mizoram. So, what has happened in Manipur after all the accords that you are rattling about? So, Mizoram Accord in 1986, the Bodo Accord in 1993, the Shillong Accord.
Bodo Accord was signed now. What are you saying?
Hang on, you don't know. So that's the problem. Go and study. I don't think you know. It was in 1993. And do you even know that? So clearly you are unaware. The Memorandum of Understanding of the Bodo Accord was signed in 1993 between the Bodo groups. Go and study.
Sujata ji, I just want to ask you a small question. Okay, now.
Yes, please.
What would you have wanted the Prime Minister to do when he went to Manipur today?
I'll tell you. First of all, I wish he had gone...
Briefly. Give me bullet points. Give me 3 big bullet points what you would want him to do. Yeah, tell me.
First of all, he should have gone earlier, which he did not. But even if he went now, he should have spent more time. Wait. Listen to every group and try to bring them together, because when the Prime Minister brings people together, he's the Prime Minister of the nation. People will come together. Then, secondly, the IDP issue, the internally displaced persons issue, is a huge thing, and they are asking what the government is doing about the internally displaced persons. He should have said something about it. Also, there should have been resolution. Last point.
He did actually. Anyway, third one. Okay, fine.
No. What I'm saying is he should have given something concrete on the ground. And thirdly, the most important thing, the cookies are now asking for a separate union territory. Obviously, we want everybody to come together, right? This is one country. So, what is the resolution for this problem? There should have been clarity from the Prime Minister to the people of Manipur. That's what I expect.
I only think the last question point, the only thing is, Sujata, if the Prime Minister has not responded to it, I think the messaging is very, very clear. There's no question of a separate country or land or anything for the cookies. We are one, we are going to remain one. And I guess when he talked about development package, he's also essentially kept on repeating the fact that, hum log ek hai and I'm there to look after you. But having said that, point taken, what you're saying, Shehzad, 3 points she raised. Please give 3 counterpoints to why you think that the points that she's raising, according to you, is not relevant.
You see, if they were serious about money...
Should he have gone earlier?
I have explained that he has gone
okay, now
for
these 3
8
points you
times in
explained.
11 years. 8 times in 11 years. That's an average of almost 1 time
So
in 1.5
he's
years.
following-
So
Can
they
you
are
please
saying,
stop
Sujata
ji,
irritating? No, this
what-
is not the way. I can't
Sujata ji,
answer the
please,
questions also and then
yeah.
on be
No,
dictated.
Shehzad, the point that they are making is that ever since that ethnic violence broke out, why didn't he go?
Okay, so if not going is a fault?
Huh.
Okay. 2004, 628 incidents, Manmohan Singh went. 2005, 665 incidents, Manmohan Singh went. 2006, 612 incidents, Manmohan Singh went. 2007, 581 incidents, Manmohan Singh went. 2008, 567 incidents, Manmohan Singh went. Manmohan Singh went 3 times.
So Prime Minister
So
Modi
stop
is
now,
following
please
Dr.
stop
Manmohan
interrupting,
Singh.
ma'am.
No,
This is
you
not
are-
fair.
that's what
Pallavi,
you're
this
saying.
is
You're
not
not saying
fair.
what- So
Pallavi,
he's-
this is
he's
not
not a
fair.
prime minister with a
Pallavi,
different
this is
Sujata
not
ji,
fair.
this is
I am
not
in the
fair.
studio. I
Sujata
heard
ji,
her rubbish.
Shehzad.
No, you're rubbish.
No,
You're rubbish.
Sujata, please, yeah, I don't do it like
He's
this.
using that language.
No,
I
Sujata.
didn't.
First of all,
I
why
never
you
use language like this.
Sujata, did he interrupt when you were giving me those 3 bullet points, right? He didn't, no?
He's not answering.
No, I mean, I can say the same thing to you. He'll also say you're not
I'll
answering.
answer. You asked me, I gave you 3
Can
bullet
you
points.
please stop behaving like an
can
immature
we keep quiet
imbecile?
for 2 to 3
You
minutes?
are an immature imbecile.
That was not required. Sujata, that was not required. He's not
No,
used
sir,
that
he's
word.
calling me immature. He doesn't expect me to
You are
answer.
Sujata,
immature.
please. Shehzad, come on. Sujata, please.
She is the one interrupting my time.
Shehzad,
I'll continue.
your 3 counters to her on her 3 bullet points. Please go ahead.
Yes.
And koi nahi bolega. Sujata, please don't
In
interrupt.
the course of this debate, I have shown how over the last 10, 11 years, Northeast has gone from band, boycott and blast to calm, culture and connectivity. I have given hard data as to how infrastructure has been built, airports have been built, railways have been built, roads have been built, water connections have been given. She can't cite single data. She talks about donor and funds. Let me tell you, in the 10 years they were running this government, they gave 4,000 to 5,000 crores to the Northeast under various funds including donor. We have given 30,000 crore of funds. That itself shows who treats East, Act East seriously. But having said that, let me ask 2 specific questions of Sujata Paul. Sujata Paul, please tell me, did 2014 onwards these 2 communities start fighting? I'm sure you know the names of these communities, even if you don't know the names of the states and their capitals. These 2 communities have been fighting from a long time, right from the 1950s. So please tell me that when you had an opportunity right from 1950s to up to about 2014, why didn't you solve the issue? You bombed the state of Mizoram. They continue to commemorate the date of 1966 as the day you bombed a state in this country.
Okay.
You are talking about Northeast is like the Satan preaching scriptures. So stop it. Pack it up and tell us why Rahul Gandhi thinks that this is not the important issue, what Chori is.
Okay, Sujata, because I also want a question. I want to ask you a question, but please, I want to listen to your response to him.
No, but because he's asked me this question, I think he needs to know the answer. Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar, Assam, this.
Good you Googled it.
Bhai.
Wait,
I'm glad you Googled it after 10 minutes.
I'm
so happy.
Sujata, we are okay. Fine. Then I want to ask you a question.
I need to tell him this, because he talks nonsense all the time, and he has failed earlier also. He'll fail today also.
Okay.
All right. Nagaland, Kohima, Agartala is Tripura. All right. Mizoram is
Agartala is Tripura. Tripura is the state. This is what I say when you Google. You act like a fool. Agartala is the capital. Tripura is the state. ये नहीं हो पाएगा. Agartala is Tripura.
The BJP is embarrassed of you. That's what the truth is.
Okay,
Now
Sujata.
answer my question. Now answer my question.
No, Sujata, I am asking the question. I think it's very
Tripura is the
unfortunate.
state,
It's really very
Agartala is the
unfortunate.
capital.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I said. I don't think you hear. I don't have to rattle
Sujata,
it
what,
according to
yeah?
you.
My God, this is the first time I'm doing a debate with you, and this is really, I'm not used to this. Please don't, let's not do this. Sujata, I want to ask you a question. Very aram se. Please don't, let's not shout. Okay, if it's a fair point you want to make, then why didn't the Prime Minister go earlier when the ethnic violence was going? I also want to ask you this question very humbly because I was standing in Parliament that night. And this is something which I've been dying to ask someone from the Congress party. I know Rahul Gandhi has gone not once but twice to Manipur. Good, fair point. But why couldn't he stay back for the debate on Manipur? The house was empty. Mr. Tharoor and only 2 other MPs were there. Why? If Manipur is going to be the crux of your announcement, tell me.
Yeah, see, the clear fact is that in Parliament, we have seen how we have been bulldozed. clearly bulldozed. Nobody wants to listen to you. And here you have a BJP spokesperson sitting here saying that they didn't say this. And what happened during the discussions on Manipur as well? It was the Congress party, it was Jawaharlal Nehru who was responsible for everything. He was the one who was being targeted. It was not the real issue which was being addressed. So we are not going to sit in parliament and listen to the rants of the
So what will you
BJP
do?
against the Congress party, and our numbers were.
So why did Mr.
much
Tharoor
lesser
sit
earlier,
back?
but now,
So why
now-
did Mr.
now
Tharoor sit back? Why did Shashi Tharoor sit back?
That you have to ask Mr. Tharoor.
Why?
And
I'm
I
asking
can
you
only-
now. He
I am
belongs
a
to your
spokesperson
party.
Of the party. I'm a spokesperson of the party. I'm giving you what my party's
Isn't he
views
from
are.
Congress?
That when
तो कांग्रेसमैन है.
हाँ तो कांग्रेसमैन के लिए नहीं आई हूँ मैं, इंडिविजुअल कांग्रेसमैन के लिए मैं अपनी पार्टी का पक्ष रखने के लिए आई हूँ. एंड द क्लियर थिंग इज दैट व्हेन whether it is Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman or Mr. Amit Shah or the Prime Minister, they indulge in a whole lot of whataboutery, just like the BJP spokespersons do. The fact is that the Prime Minister, what we were saying was at that point of time also, that why is the Prime Minister not going? And if you remember, when we asked for Mr. Biren Singh to be removed, was he removed? No. Why was he retained for so long? Why was this violence allowed to be continued for so long? These were our questions, and I think these are very relevant questions, and there was no reason why we would have sat there and the people of Manipur would have
Give me
said
an answer
that
without
on the one hand the government is not listening to us, on the other hand the opposition is also not standing for us or by us. How could we do that? We couldn't.
Okay, now let me respond.
No, wait. Well,
Pallavi,
Sujata,
please,
I just want to rebut this. I'm sorry to say, Sujata, I was there in parliament, you were not. So let's not even argue on this. The other political parties were sitting inside. The TMC was sitting inside, the Samajwadi Party was sitting inside. They did not go by your logic that हमें बोलने नहीं दिया जाता. If you feel strong, no, what do you mean that's okay? You just made a point, so let me fix some facts. You cannot say this, I feel for something, but I'm not going to be there because you won't let me talk. That argument, I'm sorry, doesn't work with me.
Now, just 20 seconds, and I hope she won't interrupt me.
Okay, go ahead. Now you wasted your 10 seconds now by saying this. Go ahead.
See, she said that हमको parliament में बोलने नहीं दिया जाता. Yet, the entire no confidence motion that was brought in 2023, Pallavi, you remember, on Manipur issue was brought in parliament. Now I have two specific questions of Sujata. Sujata, please tell me when was the no confidence motion against N. Biren Singh brought? And please tell me how many MLAs you have in Congress party in Manipur.
I'm not going to sit and answer his questions. I'm asking you
This
to
lady
answer
has
my
any
question.
shame? She's a national spokesperson of Congress. What is this
I'm
problem?
not going to be able to stop him.
Shehzad, you
He's
want
not
to
the
say
one
something?
conducting that.
Don't ask her questions. You want to say
One
something?
second. The question is that you bring a no confidence motion in the Union Parliament against an issue in Manipur, but in the Manipur Assembly, you don't bring the same issue till 2025. Whom are you trying to fool here?
One minute.
Whom are you trying to fool here?
Sujata, can you respond to this?
When did they bring the no
One
confidence
minute,
motion in
Shehzad,
Manipur?
1 minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Just yesterday and day before, a whole lot of BJP people have left the BJP and joined the Congress party.
How
Why?
is this an answer to the question?
If I'm not going to answer the way you asked me to answer, okay? I will answer the way
I'm
I have to
asking you
answer.
the question now.
Yes,
I'm
so
asking
you
you
should get him to be quiet also. So the fact is that when things were so bad, and don't you remember that Methi Lipon and Arambai Tengol, all these are RSS affiliates who were unleashed on the people. And they were
When did you bring the no confidence motion in the Manipur Assembly? Can you answer that
what
question?
happened to the legislators?
Okay.
Many
Now,
of
yeah,
the
now,
legislators-
Sujata,
Is my question not a legitimate one?
I'm out of time. Shehzad also, I'm out of time.
Just last one
I
second.
am now, I'm out of time.
Just
They're
one
going
second.
to
1 second.
Go ahead. I just
Pallavi,
want 2
if-
seconds.
Just 2 seconds. If you're concerned about Manipur, you would bring the NCM in Manipur Assembly, right?
If
They
you
did not
were
do that for
concerned
2
about
years.
Manipur,
Why?
the Prime
Okay,
Minister would
okay,
have
fine.
done that on
That's
time.
the end of the show. Thank you very much, Sujata. Thank you very much, Shehzad. And if this is going to be the state of affairs in Manipur, then God help the